Hello everybody, today we're going to be making graphene, and for graphene you're going to be needing gall soap, some fairy liquid dish soap, and some ultrafine graphite powder with a blender. To start this project, you'll be needing 8 grams of graphite powder and 1 gram of fairy liquid dish detergent. You will also need to have 0.5 liters of water in your blender. Next up, we're going to actually start mixing the materials. The first material that you're going to want to put in is all 8 grams of your graphite powder. After pouring in the graphite powder, it's time to pour in your fairy liquid dish detergent. At this point, you can start mixing all of your ingredients. After mixing them for about 1 to 2 minutes, you can put it on the blender and start to blend it. The first thing you want to do is press the stir button. If your blender doesn't have that, try to choose a setting on the lower end of the scale. Next, set a timer for 25 minutes and let the mixture blend. After blending for 25 minutes, you can now pour the mixture out into a container. You can then remove the foam from the top of the mixture. After doing so, we then poured the rest of the mixture into the container. The final step is letting the mixture sit for 2 weeks. The second method is less time consuming. For this method, you'll be needing gall soap and 24 pencils. Step 1 of the process is cutting the soap.
Dude!
After cutting the soap in half, put one piece into the blender. We then added some water so that it would blend more easily. Keep blending until there are no more large chunks of soap.
Light extraction.
Grab all of your extracted graphite and dump it into the blender. Then add some water.
Hold it.
Put the graphite powder in. After 1 week, the foam from experiment 1 became solid. Experiment 2, however, became a slimy mixture. For this next part, we got some tin foil and some wax paper. We then poured the mixture from experiment 2 onto the wax paper.
Make sure you spread it out evenly.
The next step is to bake the graphene for 15 minutes at 385 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my gosh.
The next step is to scrape off the graphene from the wax paper. Two weeks after experiment 1 took place, all of the water evaporated and left graphene behind. Experiment 2, however, stayed moist. For the final test, we're going to test the conductivity. We used the graphene as an extension to the red wire. The graphene from experiment 1 was surprisingly conductive. We used a block of graphene from experiment 2 and it was just as conductive.